Sometimes I wonder, from my communication with you, which one thing I could think that I can offer you, since you're saying that I'm an inspiration and my brother is an inspiration to you. One thing that's coming up for me is I would love to see you communicate maybe in like a more fluid way, like a more playful, a more childish. Like it sounds very calculated what you're saying to me. It sounds like you're really thinking about what you're saying before you say it, and I understand that might be like a Polish to an English thing going on, or maybe it's something else. Do you think you're more fluid in your communication when you're speaking Polish, or is it very similar, a very similar tone, a very similar calculation?
Yeah, I've got feedback that I'm monotone, also in Polish, so you're right, yeah.
Okay, now is something, do you think you speak in a monotonic way?
I can shift that and be have more playfulness maybe in voice, but sometimes I don't perceive that as authentic.
The playful communication that I'm alluding to is not purposely being playful. I'm saying I'm talking about more like messy, like a little child, like eating food for the first time. When I think of the way Davina handles food, it's such a mess. I'm like, this is beautiful. It's a beautiful mess. And I think what I'm asking for you, and what I'm imagining, and one of the reasons that you've been inspired by my brothers and myself, is how messy we may come off every once in a while. And regardless of what it looks like it probably appears that we're communicating in a way that we don't care what other people think.
All right, yeah.
It looks like you care what I think, and maybe other people are picking up on that. And I want to see you communicate in a way that you don't care what I think about it.
Yeah, right now I'm thinking that maybe I was raised up in a family that has really, I would say, Catholic roots.
What kind of roots?
Disconnected. Sorry?
What you said, that a family with what kind of roots?
Like Catholic.
Oh, Catholic roots. Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, it may what I'm hearing now is that you may have been raised in an environment where it was more important how you appeared than how you actually felt.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Very true. Yeah.
And are you still being raised in that environment?
No, I changed that environment.
You changed your external environment, but it seems on this topic, the way you are expressing yourself is indicating that maybe that environment still exists in you. Like maybe now you've become your own parent to make sure that he's looking good. He's looking good rather than being.
Unfortunately, break the mental patterns. It's not that.
It's not that quick or easy.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, you saying that is a mental pattern. Do you understand that? By you saying that breaking those patterns is not that easy or not that quick is just another mental concept that you've created for yourself. Because I believe it can be quick and easy. It can happen right now. I believe you can start communicating in a very messy, authentic, childish, playful way without even thinking about what you're going to say, and never look back and never go back to the way of, unless you want to. And how long do you think it's going to take? And why do you think it's going to take that long?
Yeah, I know that changing environment for me would be helpful. So that's why I place myself in radical honesty retreats. I don't know how long it takes, but I definitely see that it don't contribute to my development overall. It's like blockage for me.
And what I would like to hear is it was a blockage. Like, how about you start expressing that in the past tense? Can you put that in the past rather than continuously reliving this limited idea that it takes a long time for you to break through and start communicating in a way that is not worshiping other people's opinions? And I want to remind you that I believe you're doing an amazing job. and you are making an amazing progress. But in the context of this quantum consultation and being your friend and talking to you like my brother, like I want to see you break through to a whole nother level that you might not even recognize yourself.
Yeah, being monotone and not playful was in the past obstacle for me, but now I'm on the path of being more expressive and feeling flow of energy during my communication.
Okay, you are brilliant. You are brilliant at saying that in words. Like I have a feeling you might be a genius. But I'm still not. I see that smile coming. I see it coming, and I'm just going to be really challenging on you for these last remaining minutes that we have. Like, what does it look like for you just to move a little crazy, or like have you done much of that, like shaking your body, or even slapping yourself, or like why?
I was doing that. I was doing like dynamic meditation by Osho.
Awesome. I think my take home for this between our communication here is that like I think it's going to show up more and more, like the space between your practices of dynamic meditations or whatever it is, the practice of expressing yourself or being fully you, fully expressed, not calculated, that those spaces are eventually going to spread and spread. So maybe it started out with a few experimental conversations and now it's turning into more and more of your day. And I think eventually it's going to be all you. You are going to be all you, and you're going to be all in on being you. And I think that's happening right now. I think this you showing up for this and taking me up on the invite and putting yourself out there, knowing this is going to be recorded and still expressing yourself are all indications that this is the process of it happening. And I trust I'm being a friend enough to be like, keep going, don't stop now. There's no limit on this. There's no limit on the ability of self-acceptance through self-expression. I trust if anything is left echoing in your consciousness, it's that. There's like no limit to the practice of being yourself. And that yourself and myself and everything is always in a state of change. That like our yesterday doesn't have to dictate our today, and our today doesn't have to dictate our tomorrow, and that we can have faith that it's going to get better and better, and we can live by that faith, that we can really actualize that faith by the way we're embodying ourselves. So thank you for holding space for me, even like I feel like this call was just as enough about me. It's like a quantum consultation for both of us. By me being able to express these things to you, I'm learning more about myself. And I'm really thankful for you. I'm really thankful for you in this call and for just knowing you all this time. And I trust we'll get to hang out in person soon enough. I love Ja. I praise Ja. Okay, so today's October 18th, and I have committed to doing 111 quantum consultations. I've done 9. This is the 9th one, I believe. So that leaves 102. If you wanted to do one with me, all you have to do is be one of the first 102 people to send me a screenshot of your review on Audible, preferably. I think if I had to play the game of comparison, that's what I would recommend, and or the hard copy of the book on Amazon. And allegedly it tastes pretty good. So, aloha. Run, guan, guan, guan. 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 Run, guan, guan.